a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports. It's time for Post-8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Post-8 Baseball is brought to you by Evermore Boutique, Wagner Auto, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Surface Master, and Rising Hope Counseling.
We'll take off for a second. Dean, outdoors right field. That one is going to get out for Bennett Dean. 5 runs driven in.
Post-8 Baseball is also brought to you by Todd's Electric, Pierre Sports Center, AirTech, Gales Gas, Avera, Bank West, and B&B Equipment.
Zabel on the 3-0, outdoor center field. That's far, that's gone. A 3-run homer for Gray Zabel. And it's a 3-1 lead.
Post-8 Baseball is also brought to you by Overhead Door Company, Gateway Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Birding Electric, Olson Plumbing, and Agtegra.
There's a fly ball out to left field. Going back on it deep is Rue. He's going to turn and watch it sail over for a home run. And Andy Gordon, his first home run of the season, first home run of his career.
Post-8 Baseball is also brought to you by All Around Graphics, First Dakota National Bank, Comtech, Shane's Pharmacy, Black Hills Federal Credit Union, Midwest Cooperative, South Dakota Weed and Pest, Nystrom Electric, Dakota Sprinkler, and Lamb Motor.
The 2-1 pitch. Stout out towards right field. Did he get enough of it? Is it going to go? And walk off. Grand slam for Garrett Stout.
Post-8 Baseball is also brought to you by Kathy Sunshine Properties, Sioux Nation, Kruger Contracting, Home Care Services, and Fisher Rounds. And now, with the call of today's action, KCCR award-winning sports director, John Winkler.
It is playoff time as Post-8 hosts Yankton in the region round here at Hyde Stadium. And a best of 3 with Game 1 tonight, Game 2 tomorrow. All right here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. John Winkler alongside Greg Dean. Greg, the last time these two teams met up was the first region round last year in 2020. Last time that Pierre and Yankton, whether it's high school baseball or for Legion baseball, last time these two teams met was here for the region round, and Post-8 got a sweep of Yankton. They're going to be looking for the same thing, but it all starts tonight here, Game 1. Only game tonight. They'll come back and play tomorrow in Game 2, but here, Game 1, looking to get on the right foot because where Post-8 sits at, well, they are the favorite to qualify for the state tournament.
Yeah, Post-8 comes in seated number 5 in the Legion standings this year. Good position for them. Come in with a record of 22-17, 16-10 against South Dakota Class A teams. But the advantage that Post-8 has is they get to play at home, and they get to play this regional series at home. They are 12-6 at home this year. Yankton just 9-14 on the road coming into this game, and so I think the fact that Pierre gets to play at home, they get to stay in their routine, they get to sleep in their own beds. I mean, I think that just is a big asset to this team. Just being able to stay on schedule, and so I'm looking forward to seeing what the eights have both tonight and tomorrow. Hopefully they can keep this to a 2-game series and punch their ticket to the state tournament. But even though Yankton comes in seated as the number 12 seed, this is no pushover. I mean, they're a deceptively good team, even though they are only 17-23 overall.
Yeah, and the two of the big things, 2 big wins, Sioux Falls West and Sioux Falls East for Yankton. That's on their resume for this season. That's how good this team can be and what we've seen from this Yankton team throughout the season. We're one of 7 regions going on this weekend. 1 final score so far, but we'll talk about those region matchups here in just a little bit. We'll talk about this matchup come up here in the next 3 minutes. When we take a break, come back with more of the pregame show. Listen to Post-8 Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
BankWest Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put BankWest Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
Home Care Services is a private agency committed to providing expert advice and specialized care to those who want to remain living independently at home. Home Care Service has a team of nurses, caregivers, and administrative staff that offers a full range of in-home support services to our area. For more information about Home Care Services, call 224-2273. Expert advice, professional care. Home Care Services, 224-2273.
At Black Hills Federal Credit Union, our top priority is providing value to our members. Since 1941, we have helped our neighbors buy homes and vehicles, finance their farms and ranches, insure their assets, and retire comfortably. From Custer to Sioux Falls, we live and work in our communities, and we treat our members like family. Visit bhfcu.com to learn more about how you can join. BHFCU is member-owned, not-for-profit, and federally insured by NCUA.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
Sioux Nation of Fort Pierre knows what that sound is. It's baseball season. They also know that means it's grilling season. Sioux Nation has the Green Mountain Grill choices that you need for those hot dogs and burgers for tailgating. And let's be honest, you know there will be a steak in there too. Visit Sioux Nation of Fort Pierre and see their selection of grills. While you're there, also pick up some seasonings for your grilling needs. Visit Sioux Nation at 504 Deadwood Street, Fort Pierre.
Back here at Heinz Stadium as we continue the pregame show between Pierre and Yankton, leading up to first pitch, which will be right around 6:05, as Post State will take on Yankton, the first game of the best-of-3 series. Winner will go to the state tournament next week, Friday, in Brandon, as Brandon Valley is that only team right now that is in the state tournament. The other 7 teams will be decided this weekend. On Friday, here today, we've got one final score already. Sioux Falls West, they beat Sturgis 10-0. That's the 3-14 matchup. We're one of 4 games that will get started at 6 o'clock with Renner 1 taking on Mitchell, the 4-13 matchup. Harrisburg and Brookings in the 7-10, and Watertown and Rapid City Post 320 will play at 6 o'clock here this evening. 7 o'clock we'll start Sioux Falls East and Aberdeen, and then 8 o'clock tonight, Rapid City Hardhats and Renner 2 to round out the 7 matchups here for today. We'll keep you updated throughout the evening on scores around the state, because Sioux Falls West right now in the spot to take that region from Sturgis as they win game 1, because Greg, all important game number 1. You set up everything else. You know, you might throw your number 1 guy game number 2, or you might push him back to game number 3. If you win this ball game, you've got the luxury of having that extra game to try and go and either get a sweep, or if you do lose, then you can throw your number 1 guy.
Yeah, and I think Sioux Falls West, certainly, like you said, in a prime position right now in a 3-game series. Game 1 is all important, because if you lose that game, your back is literally against the wall. You've got no margin for error, and so Sioux Falls West with a big win in that first game over Sturgis, so they are sitting in a prime position to get a state tournament berth. I think they play just one game game today and then 2 tomorrow, if I read the schedule correctly.
Yep, that's how everybody is.
Everybody is okay.
Everybody will play 1 game today and then 2 tomorrow, with that 3rd game being, if necessary, here for all those teams. Here for Post State, they have Jack Van Camp on the mound to be the starter, as Van Camp will be making his 7th start of the season, which is going to be now the season high for Post State. But for Van Camp, didn't have the outing that he wanted to the last time out. Only threw a third of an inning. He got the first out against Sioux Falls West and then unable to record another out. So for Post State and for Jack Van Camp, this first inning's very, very important. It always is, but probably more so because of the outing that Van Camp had the last time.
And we've talked throughout the year that that first inning can be a real challenge, especially for young pitchers. Sometimes they just don't come out of the bullpen totally warm, and so sometimes you may see them struggle through the first inning until they kind of get loosened up, kind of get a sweat worked up, and so that first inning can be a challenge. So we'll see. Hopefully, Jack Van Camp. Not every pitcher is gonna. I mean, every pitcher is gonna have an off day, and hopefully Van Camp's off day was in his last appearance. So we're looking forward to a good outing from Jack Van Camp, one of the team leaders in innings pitched, in strikeouts, ERA. Good choice for the Eights to lead off this regional series with Jack Van Camp on the mound.
On the other side, Yankton Post 12, they'll go with Connor Tykrow, probably their number 2 going into this game, as he comes in with a 3-2 record, a 3.29 ERA, and a 1.64 WHIP. He is, again, 3-2 on the season. This will be his 8th start, 8th appearance of the season. 34 innings pitched so far for Tykrow. Again, probably their number 2 guy behind Drew Reichen, who we'll see tomorrow, whether it's in Game 2 or potentially Game 3, depending on how things go. But for Yankton, they're going to go with their number 2 guy, and he's going to be, and Yankton's got some good pitching. This is a team, unfortunately for them, they get a lot of unearned runs against them, but this pitching staff, especially these top 3 starters for Yankton, are very good.
And that's the thing, and I think probably the difference right now between these pitching staffs is that Yankton's just not quite as deep as Pierre's pitching staff is. Pierre will be able to go 6, 7, 8 arms deep, and Yankton right now, they played on Tuesday. They had a triangular with Vermilion and Tabor, and used one of their top 6 pitchers, Tristan Redmond, in that game on Tuesday, and he went over the 80 pitch limit, so he's unavailable both today and tomorrow for Yankton, and so that kind of depleted their bullpen a little bit, and so we'll see what they end up doing in terms of strategy. But for the Eights, I think they're set pretty well right now. I mean, I think they certainly have more than enough pitching to go through 3 games, and that's going to be the key. And what we've seen out of Post 8 is when their pitching has been good this year, they've played well. When the pitching has struggled, it just kind of dominoes. I mean, the bats tend to go silent, and the fielding tends to struggle.
Post State and Yankton come up here in just a little bit. We'll step aside for 3 minutes, come back with more of the pregame show. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
This is the life. Sitting here, sipping lemonade, basking in the warm sun, and admiring the beauty and the solitude of my very own landscape backyard. I wasn't sure, but I was so glad when I made the call to Andy at Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping to finally have the work done. Calling Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping was probably one of the best and the easiest decisions I've ever made.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, 280-4440. That's 280-4440.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom's today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com.
It is time to control noxious weeds. Do you have a control plan in place? If not, contact your local weed and pest supervisor to help you set up a plan. Effort now will save you time and money in the future. This is Paul Johnson, South Dakota State University Extension Weed Science Coordinator, asking for your support to get this statewide noxious weed problem under control.
As long as you have a local cooperative, you'll never farm alone. At CHS Midwest Cooperative, our team is your team, ready to help you make the decisions that are vital to your operation. From the seed, plant health, and marketing the grain, to fuel to keep you running, the feed to supplement your herds, and the financing programs to make it all possible. We're here for you. Give CHS Midwest Cooperative a call today and let us show you the value of the co-op. Local, loyal, and trusted for generations.
Service Master of Pierre. It's no secret we clean carpets professionally, but not many people know we clean furniture, kitchens, bathrooms, walls, floors, and windows. We also do fire and water restoration, plus construction cleanups. There's nothing we can't clean. Give Service Master a call at 224-9919. Service Master, the clean you expect, the service you deserve. Service Master, 224-9919.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Comtech in Pierre invites you to come out and check out their expansive showroom. It's filled with everything you need to thrive in today's technology-dependent world and a knowledgeable staff to guide you through. Comtech has TVs, computers, personal electronics to commercial electronics, anything to fit your technology needs. The experienced professionals at Comtech can guide you through any questions you may have. Whether you struggle with technology or live for it, Comtech can help you find exactly what you're looking for. Comtech will even install and service what they sell, so you don't have to worry once you get your products home. Comtech, located at 1601 North Lowell Avenue behind Walmart. Check them out online at comtechplus.com.
This summer, enjoy an ice-cold, fresh-squeezed lemonade and admire your well-earned farmer's tan
before you hurl yourself across your neighbor's slip and slide and join First Dakota to bank some noise for summer sports. Roar at the crack of the bat, whistle for a clutch strikeout, and lose your mind over a walk-off home run. Let them hear you from the cheap seats. Bank some noise with us at First Dakota National Bank.
Open a new account online today at firstdakota.com. Member FDIC.
Do you need the Pierre Governor apparel for the big game? Or how about Stanley County apparel or Post-State apparel? All Around Graphics in Pierre is your place to go. Not only can you get your apparel, but they also do screen printing, jerseys, awards, and trophies. And did you know they can print and customize your signs? All Around Graphics can do it all. Located at 819 North Euclid Avenue or call 224-4677. All Around Graphics in Pierre, your one-stop shop. As we welcome you back here to Heinz Stadium, as Post State just about to take the field, we're ready for baseball here this evening. As Yankton's lineup will look like this: Cody Oswald will bat first and play center field. Drew Reichen, the third baseman, will bat second. Joe Goki, the shortstop, will bat third. Rugby Reichen, the left fielder, batting fourth. Dylan Prouty, the first baseman, will bat fifth. Carson Hack, the DH, will bat sixth. Jace McCorkle, the catcher, will bat seventh. Landon Lecker, the right fielder, will bat eighth. And Mac Reichen, the second baseman, will bat ninth for Yankton Post 12. And they will go against Jack Van Camp, who will be making now his seventh appearance of the season. Seventh start of the season, 11th appearance. He's got 4 wins, 4-3 with a save. He has 43 strikeouts, which is tops on the team. His ERA is 1.20, a whip of 1.34 for Van Camp, the starter. As Greg, he will be looking for a solid start here in this first inning because it's going to be very important for Post State to start on the right foot.
Yeah, and for Jack Van Camp, you know, he throws hard. The lefty super senior just comes off of the very edge of the rubber, clear over on the third base side of the rubber, and with that kind of 2/3 arm slot that he throws from, he really slings the ball, and it's a ball that, especially with the velocity that he has, really tends to ride in on right-handed hitters, and he's very tough on left-handed hitters just because of the way that sweeping delivery. I mean, that ball really rides away from the lefties, and we'll see one right away in Cody Oswald.
Cody Oswald is stepping to the plate. We're ready for baseball. Here's the first pitch from Van Camp. That will be outside for ball one as we are underway here at 6 o'clock. You're listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station. The 1-0 pitch now from the left-hander Van Camp to the lefty Oswald will come inside and high, and it's now 2-0.
91 degrees at first pitch today, wind out of the southeast at 17 miles an hour, so the wind is blowing straight in from center field, so any ball that gets up in the air is going to hang up today.
And the count goes to 3-0 here to Oswald. Not the start that Post State was probably hoping for, and especially for Jack Van Camp, as well as the 3-0 pitch now here from Van Camp to Oswald. It will be a 4-pitch walk to open up the ball game.
And what we've seen from kind of looking over the Yankton stats, hit 275 as a team, but what they do like to do is they like to run. They run a lot. In fact, they've got let me look up here. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys on the team that have double-digit steals.
Trying to bunt the ball was Drew Reichen, and he'll foul it away, so that's the first strike thrown from Van Camp. And it's 0-1 here to Drew Reichen.
Including Oswald, the runner on first base right now, has 12 on the year. Team is led by Joe Goki, the number 3 hitter, the guy that will be up next. He leads the team with 27 stolen bases. So this is a team, like I said, that likes to get on base and likes to put pressure on the catcher.
Trying to bunt the ball again. That one will be bunted towards the third base side. Gordon will field. The throw to first is in time. And the sacrifice is complete for Drew Reichen. And there's now one down here in the top of the first inning. Has scored that sacrifice 5-3. And the second base will be Cody Oswald. So with one down here at the top of the first, it will be Joe Goki. An early RBI chance here for Joe Goki. Leading the team with runs scored, but he's got 18 RBIs. First pitch is over for strike one. Goki comes in as he's hitting 278 on the season. Most hits on the third most hits on the team with 32. And a big reason why he's sitting at that number 3 spot. The 0-1 pitch is on the inside corner, and it's quickly 0-2 here to Goki.
Yeah, and sometimes even though we saw Van Camp give up that 4-pitch walk to lead off the game, that sacrifice might have actually just kind of settled him down, got him in a rhythm a little bit.
0-2 pitch. That one's fouled back to the netting, and will stay at 0-2. And with the 4 straight pitches that missed, it was, you think maybe to start a ball game up, and I know you're trying to have a sacrifice bunt, so you don't want to give away a strike, but maybe you're waiting to see him throw a strike. 0-2 pitch will stay upstairs, and it's now 1-2. It was looked like a curveball that didn't break as Goki buckled his knees a little bit, but he didn't cross the strike zone, stayed above the letters. So now here's the 1-2 pitch from Van Camp. That one will stay just above the letters as well, and it's now 2-2. That one was just a little bit closer to find the strike zone, but didn't cross the plate, according to home plate umpire Brandon Sarda. So it comes set one more time. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Comes inside and misses, and from 0-2, now it's 3-2. On deck is Rugby Reichen, the left fielder.
Eight's wearing the all whites today. White tops, white pants, black lettering across the front saying Eights, black letters on the back outlined in green.
3-2 pitch. That one's popped up foul and will get out of play. And we'll do it again here at 3-2.
Eight's wearing the black caps with the green front panel, black bills for Yankton. The red tops saying in white in the front, post 17, white pants, white letters on the back.
Here's a ground ball to the left side. It'll be fielded by Keenolz over at short. Throw across the body is in time to get Goki at first base. A strong throw from Keenolz and a good play from the shortstop. The runner will advance to third in Oswald, but there's now 2 down, and they go straight at Rugby Reichen to try and get out of this inning. As out in left field is Jack Merquan, Elliott Life in center, McGuire Rasky in right. Andy Gordon's at third, Lincoln Keenolz at short, Jaden Wiebe at second, Bennett Dean at first, Cade Hinkle behind the plate, Jack Van Camp on the mound for the Eights defense. As it is Rugby Reichen, first pitch to the cleanup hitter. will be just a bit upstairs, maybe a little outside for ball one.
Veteran umpire crew, Brandon Sarda, like you said, John, working the plate today. Down the first base line, Bert Reddy, and down the third base line, Greg Warren.
1-0 pitch. That one will be upstairs, and it's now 2-0. As Rugby Riken, he comes in with 268 batting average. 19 runs driven in. Runner at third base with 2 down. 2-0 pitch. That one will miss low, and it's now 3-0. The third 3-ball count to a hitter in this first inning from Jack Van Camp. Dylan Prouty is on deck. Here's the 3-0 pitch. That one will miss. Another 4-pitch walk. There's 2 walks now in the inning. As runners at the corners for Dylan Prouty, trying to score that first run of the ball game. Team leader in hits, team leader in RBIs, second in the team in average, 339 for Prouty. So this is the guy that they like to be at the plate in this situation, trying to get Yankton their first lead. 38 hits is also most of the team, 31 singles, 30 RBIs. Here's the first pitch, and he'll foul that one over towards the third base dugout, and it's 0-1.
It'll be interesting to see if Yankton, with 2 outs, tries to put Rugby Riken in motion from first base at some point in this at-bat. We've seen the eights be able to control the running game fairly well in this kind of situation.
That one skied out towards right center field. Elliott Life will come in. McGuire Rasky will make the catch. She'll retire the side. And no damage done in the first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, but 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the first. No score between Pierre and Yankton as the Eights are coming to the plate. You're listening to Post-8 Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Agtegra in Highmore. We pride ourselves on providing our customers with reliable markets, superior services, and quality products. From corn and soybeans to spring and winter wheat, you can trust Agtegra in Highmore with all your grain handling needs. It's all about helping you achieve the best harvest possible. Call Agtegra of Highmore today at 605-846-1379. That's 605-846-1379.
Are you building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of Heat-O-Lator fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of Heat-O-Lator fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heat-O-Lator Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
As we head to the bottom of the first inning, Post-8, their lineup will look like this, as it will be Lincoln Keno's to lead things off. He's a shortstop, followed by the second baseman, Jaden Wiebe. McGuire Rasky, the number 3 hitter, playing right field. Andy Gordon at third base, batting cleanup. Cade Hinkle bat fifth and be the catcher. Bennett Dean, the first baseman, batting sixth. Spencer Lettler, the DH, batting seventh. Jack Merkwan, the left fielder, will bat eighth. And Elliott Life is in center, batting ninth for Post-8, as they will go against Connor Tycrow. Tycrow coming in with an ERA of 3.29, a whip of 1.64 in 34 innings. This is his 7th start of the season. He is 3-2 in decision so far. 16 earned runs, 23 runs in total. 18 walks, 25 strikeouts. Here's the first pitch from Tycrow to the leadoff man, Lincoln Keno's. That will miss low for ball one. So a guy that doesn't strike out a whole lot, but he also doesn't walk a lot of guys. He makes you put the ball in play. 38 hits in 34 innings. So, again, that whip stays down when you're not barely giving up a hit an inning. He'll slip and fall off the mound on the 1-0 pitch that bounced and is now 2-0 here to Lincoln Keno's.
Yeah, and as you look at the pitching numbers for Yankton, just 139 walks and 252 innings. So only about half a walk an inning. I mean, this is a staff that has a fair amount of control. I mean, they don't give a lot of free passes, and so as you get into a game, what that does is it keeps your pitch count down. You're able to go a little deeper into games if you're not running those pitch counts up.
Here's a 3-0 pitch to Keno's, and it will be a 4-pitch walk. So as we talk about, they don't walk a whole lot of guys. They walk the first man in 4 pitches, just like Jack Van Camp did to open up the top of the first inning. So
broadcaster's curse comes into play yet again.
There we go. So now Jaden Wiebe will come to the plate. Wiebe's hitting .311. He finished the regular season hitting .311. One of the top 3 in hits, singles, doubles, and runs scored for Post-8. Has hit the ball really well here this season in his first year at the Senior Legion level as the first pitch is over for strike one. Third baseman Drew Reichen is very far in on the third base from the third base bag, a couple steps of the infield grass. Expecting a bunt here from Wiebe. He was not showing bunt on the first strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Wiebe will hit a soft liner out to center field, but the center fielder, Oswald, will come in to make the catch. And there's one down here in the bottom of the first inning, as it will bring up the number 3 hitter now, McGuire Rasky. As we go around the horn defensively for Yankton, it is Rugby Reichen out in left field, at Cody Oswald in center. Lecker is out in right, Drew Reichen at third, Joe Goki at short. Mac Reichen is at second base. Prouty is at first, and behind the plate is Jace McCorkle. Before the first pitch to McGuire Rasky, a check over of Keenol's at first base. He gets back in safely.
8's going with a left-handed heavy lineup again today.
As Rasky will try and float this one down, and an over-the-shoulder catch is made by the third baseman. A throw back to first. And it's going to get off the first baseman's glove. Now Keenol's will take off for second. He's going to get to second base on the throwing error from the third baseman, Drew Reichen. Nearly turned into a double play, but a heck of a grab from Drew Reichen over the shoulder in foul territory on the third side, nearly doubling off Keenol's. It'll work out in Post-State's favor with there's 2 outs and a runner on second now, but what a grab by the third baseman, Drew Reichen.
Yeah, I didn't think there was any way that Reichen was going to be able to get to that ball because the wind was just kind of pushing it foul and away from him. But he was able to snare it and then made a strong throw across the diamond, just kind of short hop Prouty over at first base and skipped away from him about 20-30 feet, just enough for Keenholz to pop up and get a good running start, and was able to get into second easily.
0-1 pitch to Andy Gordon's out to left field. Coming into the left fielder, a sliding grab from Rugby Reichen to retire the side here in the bottom of the first inning. 2 really good catches out in the outfield for Yankton in the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the second. There's no score between Pierre and Yankton. You're listening to Post-State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Ferding Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Ferding Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Ferding Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Ferding Electric, 224-8684.
Are you driving a 2014 or newer vehicle? Are there less than 100,000 miles on it? Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is prepared to give you top dollar. Again, if your ride is 2014 or newer with less than 100,000 miles, Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota will give you top dollar for it right now. Trade it in or sell it to us. Doesn't matter. Your vehicle has never been worth more than it is right now. Stop in at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit gatewayflt.com.
Top of the second inning, no score between Pierre and Yankton. John Winkler alongside Greg Dean. As for the Yankton Post 12, it'll be Carson Hack, Jace McCorkle, and Landon Lecker be the first 3 hitters, 6, 7, and 8 for Yankton. First game of a best of 3 series. Tomorrow we'll have game 2 at noon. The third game would follow if necessary, as the winner of this game will be in prime position going into tomorrow's game at noon to try and close out the series and advance to the state tournament. As Carson Hack will step to the plate to lead things off here in the top of the second. First pitch will miss for ball 1. Only 9 pitches from Tycro in the first inning. That's big for Yankton, as there's a swing and a miss by Hack, and it's 1-1. That's can lead to a longer outing for Tycro, where Van Camp had a little bit of some trouble as we get Van Camp will step off and regather himself. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one's at the knees, and it's now 1-2.
Hack is the best power hitter on this Yankton team. Has 13 extra base hits, 10 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs, 23 RBIs on the year.
1-2 pitch, just a bit outside. Van Camp had walked off the mound thinking off to his right, thinking it was strike 3, but instead it's going to be ball 2, and the count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here with nobody out, leadoff man here at the top of the second. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And there's the first strikeout here for Jack Van Camp. One down here to open up the top of the second to bring up the catcher, Jace McCorkle.
Brings up the catcher, number 15, Jace McCorkle.
This Yankton team you mentioned, Greg, only hitting 275 on the season, but they have scored quite a few runs, 182 RBIs in total. As there's a ground ball to the right side for Benedine. He'll call off Van Camp, taking the bag himself, and there's two quickly down here at the top of the second.
Yeah, and if you can get a quick out, make this a 1-2-3 inning, get Van Camp back on pace, like we've talked about. 105 pitches is the most that any Legion pitcher can throw in a day per the American Legion national rules, and so that works out to 15 pitches an inning over a 7-inning game. If you can get him back on that 15 pitch pace, that will bode well for the Eights today.
0-1 count here to Landon Lecker, the right fielder. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Jack Van Camp, and that one's flown out towards right center field. Long run for both guys. They won't get there. Rasky will cut off in the gap. The throw coming to second, and it will be cut off by Wiebe. And it's the first extra base hit, first hit of the ball game for either side. A double for Landon Lecker. And even with 2 outs now, there's an RBI opportunity for Mac Reichen, the number 9 hitter, with a runner on second and 2 away.
Yeah, line drive out into the gap in right center. Lecker just going the other way with it, and just both life
and he missed the bag at first base, so they call him out at first to end the inning. They said that he missed the bag. They appealed it over at first base that he had missed, so it is going to be not even a base. I don't even know if that goes down as a base hit anymore because he never even touched first base. So the Eights are going to get out of the inning thanks to a appeal play. And it will be no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. We head to the bottom of the second. No score between Pierre and Yankton. Good heads-up play from Post State. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Overhead Door Company of Pierre is a locally owned business specializing in the sale, service, and installation of residential and commercial garage doors. They provide quality, dependable products with constant service and the peace of mind you need. Overhead Door is one of the most recognized and most respected brand in the garage door industry. For installation and repairs, call Overhead Door Company today at 224-6200. That's 224-6200.
Wondering what to do with that pitted and rutted drive? B&B Equipment will get you covered. Wanting to put something down the ground? B&B Equipment will put a hole in your project. Need to even up that property? B&B Equipment can fill that need. B&B Equipment can deliver all your gravel and material needs. B&B Equipment is here for all your excavation needs. Contact B&B Equipment, 224-6727. A contractor here for you. That's B&B Equipment, 224-6727.
As we have the bottom of the second, no score between Pierre and Yankton. John Wickler alongside Greg Dean as a good heads-up play from Post State. Not sure who it was that made the call to appeal the play at first base, saying that it was Lecker that missed the bag, but he did miss first base, and they were able to appeal it. They won the appeal, and that ended the inning. And now here's Cade Hinkle, Bennett Dean, and Spencer Lettler. 5, 6, and 7, all lefties to open up here in the bottom of the second with no score between Pierre and Yankton. That's a big momentum shift on just an appeal play. Any appeal play that goes your way, the excitement that your team gets out of it, the momentum that you can gather from it. Post State hopefully can capitalize on it here in the bottom of the second as the first pitch is over for strike one to Cade Hinkle.
Yeah, if you can, and the other thing it does is it keeps Van Camp from having to throw to another batter in the second inning, keeps his pitch count down.
Here's the 0-1 pitch to Hinkle, and he'll foul that one back off the screen, and it will go out of play. And it's now 0-2. Yeah, this becomes, again, it's not you have to score this inning, but you just about have to score this inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Hinkle. That one will bounce in, and it's now 1-2. Good take from the Post State catcher. Yeah, this is a shutdown inning for a pitcher. This is a must-score inning for hitters. After the momentum that you gather, you don't want to go back out there with the 0 on the scoreboard still. So they count 1-2 from Tycro to Hinkle. That one will also bounce in, and the count's now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, and the other thing that if you can get ahead, I mean that you just tend to play with the momentum. You tend and Post State's been a team that plays well when they get out ahead and get out ahead early in games.
Tycro comes up from the stretch. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Hinkle. That one will miss low, so from 0-2 now to 3-2. To the leadoff man, Bennett Dean, the first baseman, is on deck. Hinkle comes in hitting .254 in the season, 19 runs driven in, which is fourth on the team. He'll try and spoil the 3-2 pitch. It's going to be floated just, didn't actually get out of play. Looked like the third baseman and Drew Reichen maybe gave up on that a little bit earlier than maybe probably wanted to, but it landed in front of the third base dugout near the on-deck circle. And it will just land harmlessly foul, so we'll do it again here at 3-2. Spoiled off by Hinkle towards the bottom of the zone. Here's the 3-2 now from Tycro to Hinkle. And it will be missed on the inside edge and taken for ball 4. Look good from up here, but I think Hinkle and home plate umpire are in very big agreement that it was ball 4. As he'll take the base. That's the second walk issued now from Tycro.
Yeah, Hinkle just immediately turned and headed to first base as soon as the ball landed in the catcher's mitt, and in his mind, it was no doubt that it was ball 4.
So he had confidence that it was ball 4. Here's Bennett Dean now with a runner on first and nobody out. He'll show a bunt, he'll pull it back, and he'll miss low for ball 1.
Either Hinkle knew it was ball 4 or he was trying to sell the call, one of the two.
Hey, either way, it got him on first base, and he'll take that walk. That was walk 27 on the season for Cade Hinkle. Dean will show bunt again, pickoff attempt, and diving back in safely as Hinkle over at first base. The count's 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. No score between Pierre and Yankton, as the third baseman Drew Reichen continues to play very far in the third base bag. Dean will pull back again and is now 2-0. And we'll see if he continues to show bunt and pull it back until he gets a strike called on him.
That's kind of what I'm thinking right now, is that he'll show until he gets a strike called, and then probably either try to bunt it for real or they'll turn him loose, one of the two.
He showed bunt, pulled it back, and it was right down the middle, so the count's now 2-1. It was almost a 3-0 strike pitch from Tycro. He knew that Dean wasn't going to bunt the ball. So now here's a 2-1 pitch. Dean will swing away, and he'll shoot that out towards right field. Going back is Dean, the right fielder. That one will get out for a 2-run homer for Bennett Dean. And Post State strikes first here in the bottom of the second home run of the season for Dean. And a little stutter step around third base. And the Eights are off and running here in the bottom of the second. RBIs number 21 and 22 for the senior.
Yeah, and Ben and I were talking last night, and he's had a handful of home runs in his career, but he said, Dad, he said I've never hit one at Hyde Stadium. So he said either this weekend or, assuming he comes back and plays next year as a super senior, he said my goal is to get one. Well, it only took one at bat.
There you go. He's got a 2-0 lead now for Post State here at the bottom of the second. Here in Game 1 of the best-of-3 region round. Winner to the state tournament in Brandon next weekend. First pitch to Spencer Lettler, and slipping and falling again is the pitcher, Tycro, and it will be high for ball 1. Second time that's happened. He had a couple times out in the left field bullpen where he slipped and fell when he was warming up. So he's struggled on the bullpen mound out in left field, and also here in the mound on the playing field, as there's a strike right down the middle to Spencer Lettler, and the count's 1-1.
And you got to wonder if maybe he's got something with his cleats, because you haven't seen any problem from Van Camp, haven't seen any problem from any other pitcher this year, and mound seemed to treat Fisher Roush from the Trappers last night pretty well.
As that one's flown out to left field, the left fielder and Rugby Reiche will make the catch, and there's one down, and it'll bring up now Jack Merkwan here with nobody on, one away here in the bottom of the second inning. A no-hitter from Fisher Roush from the Pierre Trappers last night here at Hyde Stadium. First ever for the Trappers, second ever in Expedition League history. As Merkwan the left field will get his first at-bats. First pitch to him is upstairs for ball 1. Merkwan batting .264 on the season, 14 runs driven in, 18 runs scored. Been a strikeout victim 23 times, though, so far. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and Merkwan will hit off the end of the bat, popped up the second baseman, and it will be caught by Mac Reichen, and there's two down to now bring up the number 9 hitter, Elliot Life.
Brings up center fielder, number
Yeah, Merkwan and Spencer Lettler kind of holding down that left field platoon through most of the year, kind of traded back and forth, so it would not surprise me. Lettler in the DH position in game number 1 of the region today.
That one's grounded past the first baseman, Prouty. Elliott Life will round first. He's on his way to second. Bobbled out in right field by Lecker, and Light will be standing on second base. And it will be another RBI opportunity here for the A's with 2 outs, and Lincoln Keenels will come to the plate.
We'll see if they score that as a double or a single and an error on the right fielder Lecker.
Boy, even if they give a single and error, I'd almost put a protest to that. That should be a double, because that was even with Lecker bobbling it, I don't think he's got a shot to throw Life out, because he was thinking too as soon as that ball got down the line in right field. So now here's Lincoln Keenels, a chance to drive in that third run the ball game. That one's fouled away on the right side for strike 1.
Yeah, and just goes down as a hit on the Bank West scoreboard out in right field. So that's how we'll call it according to the official scorer.
Lincoln Keenels walked in his first trip to the plate, and he reached second off of the throwing error. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's on the outside edge, is now 0-2. And Keenels end up at second base off the great catch from Drew Reichen in foul territory. The throw back to first base got away from the first baseman. That's how Keenels end up at second base. Here's the 0-2 pitch now from Tykro to Keenels. He'll rip that one out to the right center field gap. That's going to get down. That's going to score another run. Keenels will round first. He'll stop at first base. Life will come in to score. It's an RBI single for Lincoln Keenels, and a 3-0 lead now here for the Eights in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, and just kind of what we've seen out of Lincoln Keenholz a lot this year. Just kind of has a natural inside-out swing. We've seen him go the other way a lot, and that was just a nice line drive into the gap in right center. And with 2 outs, Elliott Life off with contact, scores easily. Keenholz ends up at first, and the Eights have a nice rally going here. 3 on the board here in the bottom of the second. Keenholz standing on first with 2 outs.
That is RBI number 9 for Lincoln Keenholz, as the first pitch to Jaden Wiebe is taken for strike 1. Wiebe flew out to the center fielder in his first at-bat. As he is 0 for 1, Keenholz will lead away from first. 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the second for Post 8. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Tykro. Keenholz takes off. A check swing from Wiebe. It's going to be a tough play for the pitcher. Tykro does not field it cleanly, didn't pick it up right away. Wiebe's safe at first base, and it's now first and second. Swing for Jaden Wiebe. Still puts him on base with 2 away, and it now brings up the number 3 hitter, McGuire Rasky.
Yeah, just kind of got jammed on a pitch that kind of got in on his fists and got tied up and actually ended up being almost like a swinging bunt right down the first base line, and good speed from Wiebe, and Tykro unable to pick it up right away, and Wiebe ends up with a bunt. We'll call it a bunt single. I mean, it's a swinging bunt.
First pitch, Rasky will be called for a full swing as it's 0-1. Tykro trying to get out of this inning to limit the damage, but he's already given up 3 runs so far, including that 2-run homer from Bennett Dean. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Tykro to Rasky. That's high for ball 1, and the count is even at a ball and a strike.
And after throwing only 9 pitches in the first inning, Tykro's pitch count now up to 33, so already thrown 24 pitches here in the second inning.
Here's a 1-1 pitch, and Rasky will shoot this out towards right field. Going back to the right fielder to the track, and he will not be able to make the catch as he falls down. 2 runs are going to come in to score. Rasky's rounding second. He's on his way to third. He's going to be standing up at third base. Now he's going to try and score because the ball got away from the second baseman. All 3 runs will come in to score, and Post State now leads it 6-0. Rasky never broke stride. Coach White never stopped waving his arm around, and the Eights now lead it 6-0.
Yeah, just a high fly ball that Oswald in right field kept going back and back and back, and finally got to the warning track, and I think he kind of was trying to figure out where the wall was, maybe took his eye off the ball at the last second, and the ball actually hit his glove and then popped out, and then he actually went to the ground for a couple of seconds. I thought maybe he was hurt, but like you said, Rasky never broke stride, and then when the second baseman Reichen dropped the ball on the relay, Rasky was full head of steam around third, scored standing up.
Here's Andy Gordon. He'll pop this one up towards right center field again. Oswald comes over. The right fielder, though, and Lecker will make the catch to retire the side here in the bottom of the second inning. But 6 runs come in to score for Post State, including a big 2-run shot from Bennett Dean. And the Eights lead at 6-0 after 2 innings. Back in a minute, listen to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Innovation. It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
Your home and business are important to you, and you need quality furnace and air conditioning products and service. With a combined 50-plus years of experience, AirTech Heating and Cooling provides you with just that service. Call 945-0160 for sales, service, and installation of furnaces, air conditioning, and heat pumps. AirTech Heating and Cooling features the American Standard products. Sales, installation, and service. You want the best, and that's what you'll find at AirTech Heating and Cooling in Pierre.
As we head to the top of the third inning, Post State has a 6-0 lead over Yankton. All 6 runs have come in the bottom of the second inning. 2-run homer from Bennett Dean, a RBI single from Lincoln Keenels, and then McGuire Rasky scored all 3 runs on a 4-base error from the right fielder in Landon Lecker, as the Eights have a commanding 6-0 lead in the top of the third. As for Yankton, it will be 9-1-2. All 9 men came to the plate in that inning for Post State. But it is Mac Reichen, Cody Oswald, and Drew Reichen, the first 3 hitters for Yankton, the top of the third inning. Here's the first pitch from Van Kampen. You turn it into a must-score inning in the bottom of the second. Well, you scored those 6 runs. Now it turns into a shutdown inning here for Van Kamp, trying to get a 0 and keep it a 6-0 ball game, as the 1-0 pitch will miss low for ball 2, and the count's 2-0.
Quick score update from a couple of other region games going on in South Dakota today. Watertown leads Rapid City Post 321-0 in the bottom of the second, and Harrisburg has a 4-2 lead in the bottom of the first over Brookings.
That game, you wouldn't think it was going to be high scoring with probably Chase Mason or Will Simmons on the mound for Harrisburg, but 6 runs in the first inning between those 2 teams. So the count's 3-1 here to Mac Reichen. On deck, top of the order, Cody Oswald. Here's the 3-1 pitch from Van Kamp. Swing and a miss, and it's now 3-2 here to Mac Reichen.
It is Will Simmons on the mound for Harrisburg. 3 hits and 2 runs in the first inning.
Here's the 3-2 pitch, taken for strike 3, and there's a second strikeout of the ball game for Van Kamp. Leadoff man retired by way of strikeout for the second straight inning. And now we go back to the top of the order for the lefty Cody Oswald, who walked to lead off the ball game but was left stranded at third base in that top of the first inning.
This is a young Yankton team. I mean, they don't have a lot of experience at the Legion level on this team, but they've got a lot of good athletes, and seen a little bit of history between these 2 clubs, especially during the football season. They played twice back in the fall of 2020, and both games were hard-hitting games. I mean, and there was a lot of emotion left on the field in both games.
Cody Oswald was hit by a pitch on the first of the at-bats, so he is on base for the second time. So now here is Drew Reichen. First pitch is in the dirt, but blocked up by Hinkle. And he had to look at first base, thinking he might try and fire it down there. Oswald getting a big secondary lead. But the count's 1-0 here to Reichen. Runner on first with 1 down here in the top of the third. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Ground ball left side. Keenels will field it short. Throw to second for 1. Back to first, and it is not scooped out by Dean. It was in the dirt. It will go down as fielder's choice. Would have been close play even if Dean fields it, is able to scoop it at first base. But it'll go down as a fielder's choice, and there's now 2 down here in the top of the third to bring up the number 3 hitter, Joe Goki.
And again, we talked about the fact that there's a lot of athleticism and a lot of speed in this Yankton lineup. I mean, with the number of stolen bases that they have, they get down the lines well. And so it's not at all surprising that Reichen was able to make that a close play.
First pitch is at the letters for strike 1, a back pick, and back in safely is Drew Reichen. That was a little bit of hesitation from Hinkle, because I think Reichen probably took Hinkle off guard that he was actually that far off the bag, because if he fires that right away, I think Reichen's probably thrown out standing up. Here's the 0-1 pitch upstairs, and it's now 1-1. Hinkle's not afraid to throw the ball anywhere across the diamond, whether it's a back pick to third or back. You don't see it very often, but back pick to first base. He's nailed quite a few runners, and which help control this running game. 1-1 comes inside. It's now 2-1. Also, what helps is Van Camp throws well. He's got good velocity, but he's a lefty, so you can't assume every time that front leg goes up that he's going to go home with it. You got to wait for him to try and make that first move to go home, because he can easily pick you off of the bag. Here's a 2-1 pitch. That one will come inside. It's now 3-1. You saw, or you might have seen it on YouTube if you're watching on KCCR Sports, that Reichen started to lean back a little bit to first base instead of getting that initial secondary lead. Here's a 3-1 pitch. That one's at the letters. It's now 3-2.
And after that back pick down to first base, Reichen's secondary lead is much shorter than it was after that first pitch.
And now with a 3-2 count, Bennett Dean will back away and play his position. So a 3-2 count. Payoff pitch popped up right side. Dean going over to foul territory. McGuire-Rasky will come in. He'll call him off, make the catch, and retire the side. Here in the top of the third, no runs, no hits, no errors, and one man left on base. We head to the bottom of the third inning. Post State has a 6-0 lead over Yankton. You listen to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
Bottom of the third inning. 6-0 lead here for Post State over Yankton. John Winkler alongside Greg Dean, as it will be 5, 6, and 7 once again here for the Eights, just like it was in the bottom of the second when they scored those 6 runs. Cade Hinkle, Bennett Dean, Spencer Lettler, the first 3 hitters. The Eights had just 2 runs with 2 outs and nobody on base before they struck for 4 runs, thanks to a 4-base error to score those last 3 runs. And the Eights have themselves a comfortable lead right now, a 6-0 advantage over Yankton. Cade Hinkle walked to lead off the first that inning in the second, as Connor Tykrow will throw for his third inning, trying to limit damage and keep it a 6-0 deficit. First pitch to Hinkle. Miss upstairs for ball 1.
No runs, 1 hit, 2 errors on the board for Yankton. For the Eights, 6 runs, 4 hits, no errors so far coming into the bottom of the third.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one will be outside, and it's now 2-0 here to Hinkle. Again, 254 hitter coming in, 19 runs driven in for the Post State catcher. Super senior, this will be his final year for the Eights. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that one's over for a strike, and it's now 2-1. He'd love to play into August with Post State, if possible, which would mean that they would win or at least get second place if Sioux Falls East wins the state tournament and play in the regional tournament in Sioux Falls. 2-1 pitch is outside, and it's now 3-1 here to Cade Hinkle.
Yep, last two games of the career here at Hyde Stadium for Cade Hinkle, Jack Van Camp, McGuire-Rasky, Elliott Life.
As it's now a full count to Hinkle. Several of these seniors will be able to come back. Aaron Booth, Bennett Dean, Isaac Pollock can all return and play for Post State in 2022. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Hinkle cannot pull the trigger and will take strike 3, and there's one down. And it is the first strikeout of the ball game for Tykrow. And it will now bring up Bennett Dean, who is 1 for 1 with a big 2-run shot that gave Post State a 2-0 lead. See what he can do here in at bat number 2. He even saw a couple pitches where he was not attempting to swing at all. He took the first 2. Actually took the first 3 pitches before he unloaded the ball over the right field fence for a 2-run homer. First pitch is over for strike 1.
Got Dean played around to pull towards right field. The left fielder Reichen way around towards center field.
0-1 pitch will bounce in, and the count's even at a ball and a strike.
Oswald in the center, about half a dozen, maybe 4 or 5 steps over on the right field side of second base. Lecker in right pretty much has him played straight away right now.
Here's the 1-1 from Tycro. That one will miss low, and it's now 2-1. Just the first guy to hit have multiple home runs this season. Had 3 home runs coming in, 1 from Dean, 1 from Hinkle, and 1 from Aaron Booth. But now 2 home runs here for Dean as he'll get that one out to right field. That one's going back. Is still the right fielder, and at the track, catch is made by Lecker. And there's now 2 down. Dean just missed that one for his second home run in as many at-bats. And we'll bring up now Spencer Lettler with 2 away. Nobody on base here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Yeah, fly ball that got up, and I think with the wind blowing in today, might have been just enough to keep that ball in the park because that was well hit coming off the bat.
First pitch to Spencer Lettler will be taken for strike 1. Lettler is 0 for 1. He flew out to the left fielder in Rugby Reichen in his first at bat. Lettler's .361 batting average is 3rd on the team, and those that qualify for with over 20 at bats. As that one will miss outside, and the count's now 1-1. 13 for 36 coming in. .361 batting average and OPS of .840 for Lettler. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one will bounce in. That'll get off a little bit of the hand of home plate umpire Brandon Sardip. And the count's now 2-1.
I was going to say, that ball, it was a fastball that Tycro kind of spiked about 3 feet in front of the plate, and it bounced up, and Sarda sits just inside the catcher on the left-hand batter's box, and bounced up, got him on the right hand.
Counts now 3-1 as that's missed upstairs to Lettler. On deck is Jack Merkwan. Eights are not one to go down quietly here in the bottom of the 1st inning. Here's a 3-1 pitch. And Lettler might have chased ball 4, was up on the zone, and it's now a 3-2 count. A payoff pitch upcoming here from Tycro. Well, they're trying to extend the inning over to Merkwan here with a 6-0 lead in the bottom of the 3rd. Here in Game 1 of the region round between Pierre and Yankton. Winner goes to the state tournament against Brandon Valley at Brandon Valley next Friday. There's a ground ball to the right side. It'll be a tough play for first baseman. Prouty will make the play. He'll slide to the bag, and he doesn't get there in time as Spencer Lettler is in there with an infield single. Good play from Prouty. Good decision to slide in to try and beat Lettler, but the fast-running DH will have an infield single, and it continues the inning now here for Jack Merkwan.
And Prouty made the right decision. Like you said, he kind of slid into first base because if he would have come straight through the bag, there would have been a big collision between him and Lettler. And Prouty made the decision to go in, and when he slid, probably slowed him down just enough to allow Lettler to get his foot in there just ahead of Prouty's.
So now here's Jack Merkwan, although in Prouty's defense too, and what you work on before season and throughout the season is Tycro, the pitcher. He's going to be coming over and trying to get the throw from the first baseman Prouty. Merkwan will pop up the 1-0 pitch in foul territory. First baseman Prouty will give a chase, but he'll run out of room, and it's out of play, and the count's now 1-1.
Yeah, ball that the wind probably pushed over behind the post-8 dugout. Prouty gave chase on that and just ran out of real estate. Otherwise, and he might have had a shot at that. But Merkwan has a strike, but is going to keep this at bat alive.
So Tycro now will come set from the stretch. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Runner takes off. Merkwan tries to shoot out towards left center field, but backing up to center fielder Oswald. Plenty of time to make the catch and retire the side here in the bottom of the 3rd. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the 4th. Post State has a 6-0 lead over Yankton. You listen to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
When something just isn't right, it's natural to talk about it.
If you had a toothache, you'd tell someone.
If you found out you had diabetes, you'd learn to take care of it. But when you're feeling stressed, sad, or worried, you're less likely to tell someone.
Why do we treat physical and mental health so differently?
There is no difference. We all need someone to talk to, and there's nothing shameful about wanting to be healthy for you.
When you just need someone to talk to, contact Rising Hope Counseling at 494-1500 or risinghope605.com.
Rising Hope Counseling, offering hope, healing, and change.
Rising Hope Counseling, because if you have hope,
You have everything.
Hey, it's Julia from Milwaukee Federal Credit Union, letting you know that our recreational special is back again. With terms up to 10 years, no payments for 90 days, and rates as low as 2.4% APR. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let Jameson or I get you started.
People helping people. Hawaii Federal Credit Union.
Top of the fourth inning of Post 8 with a 6-0 lead over Yankton. John Wickler alongside Greg Dean here in Game 1 of our region round. Game 2 is tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Game 3 would follow if necessary, as trying to bunt the ball was Rugby Riken. And I think I want to check to see if maybe that he... They're asking if maybe he went, and I think the first base umpire. Okay, yeah, there we go. Trying to see if we get a call for the first base umpire. He was showing bunt and jumped out of the way. And to Post State's defense, it didn't look like he pulled the bat back in time. Here's the 1-0 pitch that's over on the outside edge, and the count's now even at a ball and a strike. That's what Post State was trying to ask the first base umpire if he had not pulled the bat back when he tried to jump out of the way. 1-1 pitch. That one's fouled out of play. Well behind on the pitch was Riken, who walked in his first trip to the plate. I should say Rugby Riken. There's 3 Rikens in the lineup. You can't even be halfway wrong. You're 2/3 of the way wrong if you say the wrong first name. There's a swing and a miss by Rugby Riken. There's another strikeout for Van Camp. Third straight inning that he's opening up the inning with a strikeout. One down for now Dylan Prouty, who was 0 for 1, who flew out to the right fielder, McGuire Rasky, to end the top of the first inning.
Prouty, one of the team leaders offensively for this team, leads the team in hits with 38.
That one's flown out towards left center field. Elliott Life, though, is right there to make the catch, and there's 2 down. More straightaway center field on the hit, and there's now 2 away. And they'll bring up Carson Hack as he struck out swinging in his first at-bat. 3 strikeouts so far for Van Camp, all coming to open up an inning in the second, third, and fourth. Here's the first pitch to Hack. Comes inside for ball 1.
Hack, again, one of the offensive leaders on this team, leads the team in extra base hits, one of the team leaders in RBIs, 341 on the year, is his batting average, second on the team, leads the team in slugging and in OPS.
Count is 2-0 to the DH. No action in the left field bullpen for Yankton so far. 6-0 advantage for Post State. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one's fouled back, and it's now 2-1. Again, tomorrow, 12 o'clock is first pitch of Game 2 of this series. We'll have coverage starting at 11:40 a.m. here on at 12:40 a.m. KCCR and 98.9 FM, as it counts now 2-2 here to Carson Hack. And you can also watch it on YouTube at KCCR Sports. If the 8s make to the state tournament, we'll have all post-state games on KCCR and on YouTube to watch at KCCR Sports. Here's a 2-2. Just a bit upstairs, and the count's full now, 3-2. Here to Carson Hack. On deck is the catcher, Jace McCorkle. Needs to be looking for another trip. They last won the state championship 2017. Here's a 3-2. Comes inside, and it will be a 2-out walk. And it'll be the third walk issued. Fourth free pass given by Van Camp in the ball game, and it will extend the inning to Jace McCorkle.
But just 1 hit allowed so far for Jack Van Camp. So 8s are, and actually that was the double to Lecker that he got called out on the appeal to first base.
Here's the first pitch to McCorkle that misses upstairs for ball 1. Yeah, the lone hit didn't even get a chance to take a pitch on base because he was appealed out at first base. He Lecker didn't touch first. So they appealed it, and he was out at first as the 1-0 pitch is over for a strike, and the count's even now at a ball and a strike to Jace McCorkle, who grounded out to Dean over at first base in his first at-bat. Here's a 1-1 pitch. That one's grounded foul on the right side, and Van Camp now a strike away from getting out of this fourth inning.
McCorkle hitting .235 on the year, 20 hits and 85 at bats. Got a pair of doubles, 8 RBIs on the year for the Yankton catcher.
Here's a 1-2 pitch now from Van Camp to the catcher McCorkle. Taken outside, and the count's now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Landon Lecker would be the man on deck. He's, again, got the lone hit so far, but he was appealed out at not touching first base. Here's a 2-2. That one is taken at the knees and looked at for strike 3 for the 4th strikeout of the ball game for Jack Van Camp. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Post State has a 6-0 lead over Yankton. You listen to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Pierre Sports Center is your local Ranger Boat and Mercury Outboard dealer. They're a must-see for your Ranger boat needs. See their selection of Mercury outboard motors for more power. Pierre Sports Center can help you with financing and other boating needs. Need service for your boat or trailer to keep you going? Pierre Sports Center is your one-stop shop. Pierre Sports Center, Ranger Boats, and Mercury Outboard. A combination that can't be beat. Pierre Sports Center, 1440 North Garfield Avenue in Pierre. Or give them a call, 224-5546. When you want the best prices and best selection, go to Wegner Auto in Pierre. The certified sales staff at Wegner Auto will provide you service after the sale and how to get easy financing. Check out their website, WegnerAuto.com, or stop in. They have the best prices and won't be undersold. Wegner Auto has the region's largest selection with over 280 new and quality pre-owned vehicles. GM certified pre-owned vehicles give you peace of mind with their 12-month or 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty and 5-year or 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Log on to WegnerAuto.com or stop by Wegner Auto in Pierre, South Dakota's oldest auto dealer since 1907.
Bottom of the 4th inning, 6-0 lead here for Post State as they will have 9-1-2. Elliott Life, Lincoln Keenels, and Jaden Wiebe. They might reach his base, then McGuire Rasky as the 8s right now here in the spot. If they can get another crooked number here, they all of a sudden can put themselves in a good spot to maybe end this first game a little early. As a 4 spot here would give them a 10-run lead. They'd have to go out and get a 0 in the top of the 5th. But if they can get the success that they had in that second inning, Post State can try and find a way to maybe end this a little bit early, and then all of a sudden you're feeling even better, and Yankton's feel a little bit more defeated going into Game 2 tomorrow.
Yeah, and the other thing that it does is it really protects your arms, really protects your bullpen. If you could get out of here with a shortened game, 5 or 6 innings, and not have to go into your bullpen and keep all your arms available for one, or hopefully you don't have to play a second game tomorrow. But anything you can do to protect your bullpen is really huge right now.
First pitch misses to Elliott Life. He doubled in his first at bat down the right field line. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one will bounce in. The count's now 2-0. Last year when we had the region round and then the super region round, we played it almost like a somewhat of a NCAA tournament style for baseball as the 2-0 pitch. That one will miss, and it's now 3-0. Although we had the first best 2 out of 3, and this was Pierre and Yankton in the first round. Then we had a second round of best 2 out of 3 in a super region between Pierre and Harrisburg. So only 4 teams made it to the state tournament. 3-0 pitch is over for a strike, and it's now 3-1. From winning against Harrisburg to then going and playing on that Friday, it was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday tournament, they didn't have all their pitchers available. They had to, or if they were going to have everybody available, they had to space out and take out guys early on. Here, for this thing, you can have your all 3 starters go 105 pitches. If you make it and you win the series 2-1, everybody will be available coming up next Friday. You get a full week and get those days off, as Life will spoil the 3-2 pitch out of play. And we'll do it again here at 3-2, and the leadoff man in the bottom of the 4th. That's the advantage, disadvantage. I mean, everybody's in the same spot, but something that you don't have to worry about in Game 3 that, okay, now you still got to try and save pitchers for the state tournament. Now you have everybody available. That's off the glove of Tycro. Throw from the shortstop is still in time to get Elliott Live. Joe Goki makes the barehanded grab off the ground after it went off the glove of Tycro. And the leadoff man retired, a 1-6-3 putout. to open up the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, a ball that came right back up the box, and Tykro able to get a glove on it and slow it down, and Goki with a heads-up play came in, made the play about 4 or 5 steps on the grass in front of second base, and made the off-balance throw across the diamond to first base and got life, the speedy left-hander coming out of the left-handed batter's box by a step. So credit Joe Goki with a big play for that first out.
First pitch misses to Lincoln Keenholz. Here's a 1-0 from Tykro. That one will miss low, and it's now 2-0.
Nice crowd on hand today to support the Eights here in this game 1 of the region tournament. Good crowd, and certainly would encourage anybody to, if you're listening, noon tomorrow, game number 2 with the if necessary game number 3 to follow right away.
That one's out to right center field. Lincoln Keenholz around first. He's on his way to second. He'll slide in safely with a 1-out double. And Post State has a runner in score position with 1 down. Second hit of the ball game now for Lincoln Keenholz. He's 2 for 2, been on base all 3 times. And it will bring up Jaden Wiebe here with 1 down and 1 on. An RBI opportunity here for the number 2 hitter in the order.
And just almost a carbon copy of the first hit for Keenholz, just a little harder hit and a little deeper into right center field, and running straight out of the box. Never slowed down going around first base. Goes into second with the slide, and the Eights got something going here with 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth.
Counts 0-1 to Jaden Wiebe. Pickoff attempt. Back in standing up is Keenholz. Wiebe's 1 for 2, singled back in the second inning, came around to score on then what was the 4-base error charged to the right fielder Landon Lecker on McGuire Rasky's hit that made it a 6-0 ball game for Post State. 0-1 pitches missed upstairs, and the count is even at a ball and a strike.
Good to see Matt Hansen back in the dugout. He is here. He will not play in the region tournament after being out of the lineup, dealing with some illness issues, but
not COVID.
Yeah, not COVID. So hopefully he will be well enough to be back with the team if they are able to qualify for the state tournament in a week. That would be a huge addition for the Eights if they get Matt Hansen back in the lineup.
1-2 pitch. Wiebe will skate out towards right field. Back is Lecker. He'll settle underneath it, makes the catch. Keenholz faked the tag. Goes back at second base, and there's now 2 down to bring up McGuire Rasky. An RBI opportunity here for the Eights to try and extend the lead to 7.
Kind of a medium deep fly ball out into right field, and Lecker's got a good arm out there, and I think Keenholz is wise not to challenge the Lecker's arm in medium deep right field on that fly ball.
Rasky will take the first pitch upstairs for ball 1. And probably 2 big reasons. One, you don't want to make the third out over at third base, but also you got the number 3 hitter that with 2 outs, a base hit will score you anyway with the speed that you have. So, yeah, very smart baseball decision by Keenholz to fake the tag but end up at second base as it's now 2-0, and that one missed high and outside of McGuire Rasky.
For Yankton right now, Tykro's pitch count is moving up there. He is at 71 pitches right now, but at this point, if you're down 6-0 like Yankton is, right now he's been able to put zeros on the board. He's just 1 out away from putting a third 0 on the board. Just that 6-run second inning is the one that got away from him. But right now, if he can go all 105 and keep some pressure off of this Yankton bullpen, that's a plus for this Yankton team right now.
3-0 pitch is right down the middle. It's now 3-1 here to McGuire Rasky. And where you sit at, and obviously if he continues to get the zeros on the board, you don't want to take him out before he gets 105 pitches, but the score differential as a 3-1 pitch will miss for ball 4, and is now first and second here with 2 away to bring up Andy Gordon, who's 0 for 2. But because you're almost a touchdown extra point up on Yankton, you don't want to burn that arm going into game number 2. You don't want to give up game number 1 and just kind of roll over and say we're going to try again for game 2. But essentially, as a manager, that's what you're almost saying it without saying it, that we don't want to burn an arm and still lose 6-0 and not have him available for tomorrow because we come back with a clean slate in game number 2, a 0-0 score. That's the difficult of being a baseball manager, especially with a pitch count rule that there is. Gordon fouled the first pitch back. It is 0-1. here from Tycro to the third baseman, Gordon. Time is called. And we'll do it again here, 0-1.
Yeah, and so right now, Tycro's value right now is just going out and continue to throw strikes and just go as long as you can right now and try to keep that extra work off the bullpen like we talked about. Not sure that this Yankton pen is overly deep right now. So if they can save an arm or two for Saturday, that's a huge bonus. Huge bonus for this post-17 team.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one will bounce in, and the count's now 1-2.
Post-12,
yeah,
sorry.
I was going to say post-12. Post-17 is playing, though. They're playing Renner. Mitchell is out in Renner for their ball games.
17 is Watertown. 18
Watertown,
is Mitchell.
Yeah, that's right. Well, post-17 still playing. It's Watertown. Yeah, here's the 1-2 pitch, and now Gordon will float this one to center field. A couple steps back, actually, as Oswald to make the catch and retire the side here in the bottom of the fourth. No runs, one hit, no errors, 2 men left on base. We head to the top of the fifth. A 6-0 lead here for Pierre over Yankton. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Evermore Boutique, where fashion doesn't have to break the bank. See them for men's, women's, and children's clothing, shoes, accessories, and so much more. Open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday from noon to 7, Saturdays from 11 to 6, and Sundays from noon to 5. Visit Evermore Boutique, located at 104 South Pierre Street in Pierre, or give them a call today, 605-494-0194. That's Evermore Boutique in Pierre.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Halfway through the ball game, 6-0 lead for Post State as we head to the top of the sixth. And for Yankton, it will be 8-9-1. Landon Lecker, Mac Ryken, and then back to Cody Oswald at the top of the order as the Eights lead by 6 here in Game 1 of Best of 3 region round. We'll have Game 2 tomorrow. First pitch is at noon. We'll have coverage starting at 11:40 here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. You are listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station. As Landon Lecker will step to the plate, he's got the lone hit so far here for Yankton. But again, in that second inning, he hit the double to put himself in score position with 2 outs, but he missed first base. The Eights appealed it, won the appeal, and ended the second inning in a odd 1-2-3 inning. Not many times do you have a 1-2-3 inning where the third guy gets a base hit, gets a double, and you get out of the inning with a 1-2-3. And there's a line shot, and boy, the first base coach put his hand up to try and make the play. That's not a smart move. That was a hard line drive down the first base line. But it is fouled. It's now 0-2. I think the ball might have skipped into fair territory. And Spencer Lettler, the DH, he's got to go all the way back to the warning track to go get that. So a little bit of a delay. No runs, 1 hit, 2 errors for Yankton here through 4 innings. 6 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Post State. Yankton has left 4 guys on base, though. They have left 4 guys on base. Post State has also left 4 guys on base through 4 innings.
Well, we got a quick break. Score updates. Bottom of the second, the Renner Royals lead Mitchell 1-0 in the bottom of the second.
And there is strike 3 taken and a 4th straight inning, starting with a strikeout here for Jack Van Camp. 5 strikeouts in the ball game now for JVC as it'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Mac Ryken.
Harrisburg leads Brookings 5-2 in the bottom of the second, and Watertown and Rapid City Post 320 are tied at 1 in the bottom of the fourth.
That one's lined back, foul and out of play. That was it was in our vicinity, but not close enough to the window. As it counts 0-1 to Mac Ryken, he struck out looking in his first trip to the plate. We're one of 7 games here this evening As the pitch is over for a strike, and it's now 0-2. One game is already final. Sioux Falls West won 10-0 over Sturgis, and one game will start at 8 o'clock, and it's still another hour away between Rapid City Post 22 and Renner 2. 0-2 pitch. That one's grounded over to the first baseman, Dean. He'll take it to the bag himself. And 2 outs now here quickly in the top of the 5th to bring up Cody Oswald at the top of the order.
And like we talked about in the open, just the fact that when the eights get good pitching, everything else falls in line. The hitting tends to come around, the defense tends to come around, and right now they're getting a stellar effort on the mound through 4 2/3 from Jack Van Camp.
Here's the first pitch to Oswald, who's been on base both times. He was walked his first trip and then was hit by a pitch in the third inning. He was retired on a fielder's choice. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Van Camp to Oswald. That one's at the knees, and it's now 1-1. Oswald, the leadoff hitter, 247 batting average. 14 runs driven in, 22 runs scored. And he'll line that one down the third base line, and it will be fair. As Oswald will round first, he's on his way to second, but he'll hold up at first base. Good job by Jack Merkwad out left to cut that off near the corner and hold Oswald to just a single. And it'll be the second hit of the ball game here for Yankton, and they have a runner on base with 2 away for now Drew Reichen.
Yeah, and about 98 times out of 100, that ball is probably a double for just about anybody else. But Merkwan did a really nice job cutting that ball off from getting into the corner.
There's a ground ball to Lincoln Kinos at short. He'll step on over the bag at second to retire the side here in the top of the 5th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. 5 shutout innings for Jack Van Camp as Post State has control of this one, 6-0 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Bank West Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent with Bank West Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
Home Care Services is a private agency committed to providing expert advice and specialized care to those who want to remain living independently at home. Home Care Service has a team of nurses, caregivers, and administrative staff that offers a full range of in-home support services to our area. For more information about Home Care Services, call 224-2273. Expert advice, professional care. Home Care Services, 224-2273.
Bottom of the 5th inning, 5, 6, and 7 here for Post State. Cade Hinkle, Bennett Dean, and Spencer Lettler. Last time, well, I guess it wouldn't the last time these 3 guys led off an inning, but the first time these 3 led off an inning, Post State scored 6 runs. Thanks to a 2-run homer from Bennett Dean and also an RBI single from Lincoln Kienels. In this inning, well, I guess they still could score 6 runs. It'd have to be a home run to finish it off, but 4 runs would actually get the job done and finish it here in the bottom of the 5th. But Post State in control right now, 6-0 lead. Cade Hinkle will step to the plate. He is 0 for 1. He walked to lead off the second and struck out looking to lead off the third. Here's the first pitch. That's upstairs for ball 1.
79th pitch of the day for Connor Tykrow. 4 innings pitched, 6 runs allowed, 3 of them earned, 6 hits, 3 walks, 1 strikeout on the day for the Yankton right-hander.
1-0 pitch will miss low, and it's now 2-0. 6 hits so far for the Eights. They've left 4 men on base through 4 innings. No errors so far for Post State. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one is upstairs, and it's now 3-0. And Hinkle will probably be taken all the way. Walked 27 times so far this season. Most of the team. Here's the 3-0 pitch. And it will be over for strike 1. The Vegas odds for Hinkle leading the team in walks was probably like a 2-1 odd. Because I think he's done that now 3 years in a row, led the team in walks, maybe even 4 years in a row for Cade Hinkle. Here's a 3-1 pitch upstairs, and another walk, and a leadoff man aboard here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The plate vision that Hinkle has, and you hope that every catcher has a plate vision like that, but I think Hinkle's is better than the average catcher, and he knows he's very tight on the strike zone and does not swing at pitches out of the zone very often. As now here's Bennett Dean with one on, nobody out. First pitch is upstairs for ball one. Last time this scenario came to play, Bennett Dean hit a 2-run homer and got Post State up 2-0 in the bottom of the second.
Now we got some activity down in the Yankton bullpen. Tristan Redmond down throwing off the mound. It'd be interesting to see how they handle this, because I don't know if he would be a defensive replacement. That would make sense. He threw on Tuesday, went over the pitch count to make him available to pitch today. So we'll have to see how this works out, depending upon what the strategy is for the Yankton coaching staff.
1-1 pitch will get to the backstop, and to second base will be Cade Hinkle. So there's now a runner on second here with nobody out. So 2-1 count upcoming to Dean. And Redmond right now is warming up like he's going to come in and pitch. And that'll be interesting to see what happens if he does come in and pitch, because, like you said, he's not available. He threw on Tuesday. He's not available to pitch at all this weekend. 2-1 pitch is upstairs, and it's now 3-1. I don't believe it's, I don't know if it's a forfeit, if it's an ejection, or what happens if that's the case. Here's a 3-1 pitch to Dean. It comes inside, and it's back-to-back walks here to open up the bottom of the fifth inning. To now bring up Spencer Lettler, the DH. Everybody else is available except for Redmond, who is warming up in the bullpen.
Yeah, and Redmond threw 95 pitches on Tuesday. So that would mean, since he went over that 80 pitch threshold, he would need four days of rest, which would be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So he would not be available to pitch until Sunday. But there's no game scheduled for Sunday. So the earliest that he would be able to pitch would be in the first game of the state tournament next Friday, if Yankton were able to advance that far.
And mound visit, but no indication that Ty Crow will be done, although his pitch count continues to climb. Runners at first and second here. Nobody out in the bottom of the fifth inning. Spencer Lettler will be the next man at the plate. He is 1 for 2 with a single. A 6-0 lead here for the Eights, and this is now danger territory for Yankton in terms of if they want to have a shot in the last 6 outs, they've got to get Post State out without allowing 4 runs to come across. Well, they've already put half those runners on base without a ball being put into play. So here's Lettler to step to the plate. .361 batting average coming in. He is 1 for 2. As Tycro comes set from the stretch, Lettler showing bunt. He'll pull it back and take it for ball 1. It looked like he did not pull it back quickly as soon as the pitch was let go, so it looks like maybe they're going to try and bunt those 2 runners over. But Lettler was able to pull it back in time to take it for ball 1. He'll show bunt again. Here's a 1-0 pitch. He will bunt it foul. That one was up in the zone. And the count's even at a ball and a strike.
Yeah, a ball that kind of up in the upper part of the zone, and Lettler tried to get it down, but bunted it foul.
So here is now the 1-1 pitch from Tycro to Lettler. Showing bunt again. That one pulls it back, and it's now 2-1. I do want to mention here that there is a severe thunderstorm warning for Jackson County that was just issued. 8:15 Central Time was when it's supposed to expire, so an hour and 2 minutes of severe thunderstorm warning for Jackson County. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Lettler pulls it back again, and is now 3-1. Redmond returns from the bullpen out in left field. Count is 3-1. And we'll see if the bunt is still on here for Lettler. He's showing bunt again. 3-1 pitch. Pulls it back, and it will be ball 4. Now the bases are loaded. 3 straight walks to open up the inning. And it will bring up now Jack Merkwan with a chance to unload the bases, and we will have a pitching change. And we'll see who the pitcher is for Yankton. We'll step aside. We'll come back in a minute. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At Black Hills Federal Credit Union, our top priority is providing value to our members. Since 1941, we have helped our neighbors buy homes and vehicles, finance their farms and ranches, insure their assets, and retire comfortably. From Custer to Sioux Falls, we live and work in our communities, and we treat our members like family. Visit bhfcu.com to learn more about how you can join. BHFCU is member-owned, not-for-profit, and federally insured by NCUA.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
Well, in a game that we didn't think we'd see Tristan Redmond pitch, we didn't think he's available in terms of legality because he had thrown too many pitches on Tuesday. He is in the pitch and will throw for Yankton, down 6-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And for Post State, the bases are loaded here with nobody outs. Jack Merquan's got a chance to open this ball game up even more. They're up by 6. Right now, Merquan's representing the winning run here in Game 1 for the 8. So we'll see what happens in this at-bat for Merquan. And, the 6-0 lead, Coach White probably not any concern that Redmond, according to Yankton's game changer, is not available to throw because of pitch count. Here's the first pitch. That's over for strike 1. But he is aware of it. We did tell him before the game that he's the only guy that can't throw, and that he's probably thinking, these guys lying to me here? Redmond's on the mound right now. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Redmond to Merquan. There's a ground ball left side. It'll be off the glove of the shortstop. Everybody's going to be safe. 7-0 lead here for Post State. We'll see what the scoring decision is on that one because this is going to be a tough play for Joe Goki at short, but although you had the short way to throw to third, but it is a 7-0 lead now here for Post State in the bottom of the 5th inning.
And I think that's almost got to be a base hit because the only play that Goki had, he had to go a long way to his right to make the play, and the only play would have been to go the short way to third base to try to force out Bennett Dean going from second to third, and even that was not a given. So I think in my mind that's an infield hit for Merquan.
We will see what the official scoring is of it as the count is 0-1 here to Elliott Life, and Life will poke that one foul, and it will land foul, and it's 0-2.
He did get an error. The official scorer did give Goki an error on the play, so I stand corrected.
Which doesn't happen very often.
Oh, it happens more often than you think.
Oh. Well, count is 0-2 now here to Elliott Life. With the bases loaded, nobody out, 0-2 pitch. Life will shoot that one out towards left field. Should be deep enough to get the run to tag and score. The throw coming in. Dean will tag up and score an RBI sac fly for Elliott Life, and the Eights now lead it by 8-0. And still runners at first and second with one down. And it's back to the top of the order now for Lincoln Keenels. Post State, Merquan standing at first base. Post State could win it here in this inning with just one extra base hit with the speed of Merquan over at first base.
And that's, I think, exactly what probably Brian White is thinking over in the third base coaching box, is that if Keenholz can put this one in a gap someplace, he's likely going to send Merquan.
As that one's popped up, right side foul territory. Prouty going over, can't make the catch. It bounces, one hops out of play. So a new life here for Lincoln Keenholz. Would have been a tough play for Prouty to make. He was close to it, but unable to make the grab, so the count's 0-1. And an opportunity here for Lincoln Keenholz again to try and drive a gap somewhere and potentially win the ball game in just 5 innings for Post State. They lead at 8-0 in the bottom of the 5th. 8 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Eights. No runs, 2 hits, and 3 errors for Yankton. And Keenholz lines it back up the middle, be fielded by the second baseman, throws for second for 1, back to first, and inning double play. A 4-6-3 double play to finish out the bottom of the 5th. Another 2-run score for Post State. They scored 2 runs on no hits. There was 1 error and 1 man that left on base. We head to the top of the 6th. It is an 8-0 lead here for Pierre over Yankton. Listen to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Sioux Nation of Fort Pierre knows what that sound is. It's baseball season. They also know that means it's grilling season. Sioux Nation has the Green Mountain Grill choices that you need for those hot dogs and burgers for tailgating. And let's be honest, you know there will be a steak in there too. Visit Sioux Nation of Fort Pierre and see their selection of grills. While you're there, also pick up some seasonings for your grilling needs. Visit Sioux Nation at 504 Deadwood Street, Fort Pierre.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
As we head to the top of the sixth inning, it is a 8-0 lead here for Post State, as it will be Joe Goki, followed by Rugby Riken and Dylan Prouty. 3, 4, and 5 here for Yankton. Down by 8. First pitch will come inside for ball 1. Again, a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Jackson County. That's out until 8:15. Looks like the track of that storm is moving southeast, as the count is now 2-0. As those storms are really not even in Jackson County yet. But they are some good-looking severe storms on radar right now, as we'll try and keep you updated. Counts 2-1 now here to Joe Goki. Actually, we're going to have another severe thunderstorm warning that just popped up. That will be also for Hockin and Jackson County. As the count is now 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That one will miss low. And it's going to be a leadoff walk that's issued to Joe Goki. And there's the leadoff man on board here at the top of the sixth. First time that we've seen the leadoff man reach base. The first inning it was a leadoff walk, and now here a leadoff walk in the sixth. Otherwise, it's been a strikeout to lead off each inning. As the first pitch will miss to Rugby Riken, who is 0 for 1 with a walk and struck out swinging in his 2 plate appearances. Here's a 1-0 pitch. That one's over for a strike, and the count's even at a ball and a strike.
And a lot of times you'd probably see Goki maybe be put in motion, but right now, if you're Yankton, you're trying to protect your outs. You've only got 6 of them left, and you'd hate to give one away by getting thrown out at second base. And Post State does a nice job controlling the running game with Kate Hinkle, the veteran super senior, behind the plate.
Here's the 2-1 pitch, a pickoff attempt, and back in safely is Goki. And that's the thing. We have not seen Yankton run much at all today, but that's a big reason is the 6-run second inning, as that one is skied out of play, and the count's now 2-2. Goki was faking that he was running. He had a couple of big strides over at first, or a couple short strides like he was taking off on the pitch, but did not actually steal. It was a foul ball anyway, but the count's 2-2. Van Camp, the lefty, will come set. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Van Camp will pick up another strikeout, as that'll be his 6th strikeout of the ball game. And there's one down here in the top of the 6th inning. And it'll bring now Dylan Prouty to the plate, who is 0 for 2. That's severe thunderstorm warning for Hockin and Jackson. That is also out until 8:15. So both severe thunderstorm warnings, 2 for Jackson, 1 for Hockin, out until 8:15 this evening Central Time. There's a swing and a miss. And it's 0-1 to Dylan Prouty. Flew out to the right fielder, Rasky, and also flew out to the center fielder, Life, in his 2 trips to the plate. Van Camp will come set. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's outside, and it's now 1-1.
Prouty had one of those, if I remember right, Prouty had one of those memorable games in the state basketball tournament. Came into I think it was the first round game against Mitchell, or was it the second game? I think came in averaging 3 points and ended up with 35. I mean, they had him in the corner all alone and just kept feeding him, and it was just a night where Prouty could not miss. And so one of those nights that he will look back on and cherish for a long, long time.
Pitch is flown out towards right field. McGuire Rasky near the line will make the catch, and there's 2 down now here in the top of the 6th. And I'll bring up now Carson Hack, the DH, who is 0 for 1. And drew a walk in his 2 trips to the plate. Post 12 here for Yankton. They are not through the 2 times through the order. And if Van Camp will face the minimum to finish out this ball game, they will only get through 2 times through the order. While on the other hand, Post 8 is going 4 times through the order now. They're in their 4th time through the order. As the first pitch is a strike to Carson Hack, who is trying to extend this inning for Yankton. There's a pickoff attempt, diving back in safely. As the runner at first, Joe Koki, as it counts even at a ball and a strike.
I was wrong. Not 35 points for Prouty. It was 25.
Close enough.
10 points.
10 point difference.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? He still had a really good game.
Yeah. As the count is even at a ball and a strike to Carson Hack. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Here's a ground ball over to Keenels at short. He'll flip it underhand to Wiebe, standing at second to retire the side. Here in the top of the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is a 6-0 lead for Pierre over Yankton. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
This is the life. Sitting here, sipping lemonade, basking in the warm sun, and admiring the beauty and the solitude of my very own landscaped backyard. You know, I wasn't sure, but I was so glad when I made the call to Andy at Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping to finally have the work done. Calling Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping was probably one of the best and the easiest decisions I've ever made.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, 280-4440. That's 280-4440.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom's today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com.
Bottom of the 6th inning. Jaden Wiebe will come to the plate. He'll be followed by McGuire Rasky and Andy Gordon. 3, 4, and 5 here for Post 8. As they just need 2 runs to win this ball game with an 8-0 lead here in the bottom of the 6th, as the first pitch is fouled out of play by Wiebe, who comes in 1 for 3 in the ball game. Full out to center and right, and also had a base hit in between those 2 flyouts. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that one's fouled back, but the first base umpire had called time with the ball starting to make its way through. And so the count is remaining at 0-1. And head coach for Yankton coming out. And he's not very happy. And the ball was near the foul line, and that's why the first base umpire called time. And I think the Yankton coach was directing more of his frustration to the third base umpire, who did not make the call at all. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and that's now fouled, and 0-2. Regardless, it was going to be 0-2 either way. And in all honesty, here for Redmond, he saved a pitch by it doesn't go down as a pitch, and he's still got an 0-2 count. So while they probably were a little upset, well, it turned out to be in the favor of Yankton anyway. Still an 0-2 count here, and he saved a pitch. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And Wiebe will rip it down the third base line. Fair for a leadoff hit. Rounding first is Wiebe. He will be hard around first. He'll slide at a quarter way to second, and he'll come back for a leadoff single for Jaden Wiebe.
That was a nice slide. The problem was he was 30 feet from first base and 60 feet from second base.
You know what, though? I don't think that wasn't a baseball slide. That was a wrestling move right there. Coach Sean Lewis would be very proud of the movement that Wiebe had to get back to the bag at first base. As here's McGuire Rasky with a runner on first and nobody out. First pitch is outside for ball 1.
Aaron Booth warming up in the Post 8 bullpen. We'll see if he gets the call for the 7th inning. Jack Van Camp, 86 pitches so far on the day, so he's got plenty of pitches left in him to potentially close out this game. But it's a nice situation to maybe get Aaron Booth a little more work. He threw very well in his 1 inning up at Aberdeen on Wednesday.
Count is 2-0 here to McGuire Rasky. It'll be interesting to see who that starter will be tomorrow for Post 8 if the score holds up one way, if they end up with a 10-0 win, or if they win 8-0 going into the 7th inning. There's a line shot to the center fielder, Oswald, who will make the catch, and there's one down. to now bring up Andy Gordon, who is going to be looking for still his first hit of the ball game. But defensively, when you look at defensively, Post State will have their best defensive lineup if Isaac Pollock would be the starter. But Lincoln Keenels is probably your number one guy, and do you say you want to go out with your number one guy, or you're probably 1A guy? And I shouldn't even say 1A because there's about 1A, 1B, and 1C between Van Camp and then Keenels and Pollock. As that one, Gordon will go the other way to the right side for a base hit, and he's now 1 for 4. And a good job by Gordon to take the ball the other way. His first hit of the ball game, and is now first and second. He represents the winning run for Post State. And Kane Hinkle, who's walked twice, will come to the plate now.
Almost a hit and run, just a ball through the right side, and the Eights have runners on first and second. Like you said, Gordon is the game ender. If he would come around to score, he would be the 10th run right now, and this game would be over early.
The first pitch is over for strike one to Cade Hinkle, and again, it'll be, you have two guys that you can go to in game two and also feel comfortable in game three if Yankton's able to get a win. As Hinkle will line that one to right field, dropping in front of the right fielder for a base hit. And the bases are now loaded here with one down to bring up Bennett Dean. So I guess they still could score 12 runs if Dean has if Dean hits the grand slam here to finish out the ball game. And it is Bennett Dean who is 1 for 2 so far. He hit a 2-run homer back in the second inning. Flew out to the right fielder and also drew a walk. An opportunity to end the ball game if he can get a base hit somewhere in the outfield. First pitch, Dean will swing over the top and miss for strike one.
Yeah, base hit, probably plates two. But again, with only one out, Andy Gordon and standing at second base, he's going to have to make sure that ball is down in the outfield grass.
Counts quickly 0-2 here to Dean as that one caught the top of the zone on the outside edge. On deck is Spencer Lettler. A couple of chances here for Post State to try and win this one here in the bottom of the sixth inning, up 8-0. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Dean will go downstairs and golf it out of play to stay alive at down 0-2 in the count. And that strike zone expands when you got two strikes, and Dean did a good job of going down to get it. Might have been ball one. Potentially could have been strike three. Dean's not going to leave that up to the umpire and foul it out of play to remain alive down 0-2 in the count. Here's the 0-2 from now Redmond to Dean. Dean will get a piece of it again, foul it back towards the concrete behind home plate. And it remains at 0-2 as Brandon started the home plate umpire out of baseballs. So any extra ball that gets out of play, you have to come right back in. So a 0-2 count still here from Redmond to Dean with the bases loaded. That one's fouled back to the netting. We'll do it again at 0-2.
Look down in the crowd, see Peyton Zabel in attendance today. Zabel headed to Louisiana Lafayette next fall to pitch for that Power D1 baseball team. Thought maybe there was a good chance he was going to get drafted in this past week's Major League Baseball draft. Wasn't meant to be, so he'll be a Raging Cajun next fall.
The Raging Cajun. It's one of the best nicknames in all of college sports. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's outside, and it's now 1-2.
And one of the best fan bases in all of college baseball. I think they average about 6,500 fans a game down in Louisiana.
Count is 1-2 here to Bennett Dean. Bases loaded. One down here in the bottom of the sixth. 1-2 pitch. Dean. Well, line shot, that's through for a base hit. One run will come in to score. They're going to try and wave in Gordon to win the ball game. Throw coming to the plate, cut off by the first baseman. Throw is low, and Gordon will slide in safely for both runs to come in to score, and Post State will win it 10-0 here in the bottom of the sixth inning. And it should be the ball game, and it will be the ball game. Nobody was taken off the field yet, but a 2 RBI single for Bennett Dean walks it off for Post State. Here in game number one, a 4 RBI day for Dean as Post State wins it 10-0 here in game one, and they're one win away from clinching a spot in the state tournament next Friday in Brandon Valley. We step aside for 2 minutes, come back to wrap up day number one. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
It is time to control noxious weeds. Do you have a control plan in place? If not, contact your local weed and pest supervisor to help you set up a plan. Effort now will save you time and money in the future. This is Paul Johnson, South Dakota State University Extension Weed Science Coordinator, asking for your support to get this statewide noxious weed problem under control.
As long as you have a local cooperative, you'll never farm alone. At CHS Midwest Cooperative, our team is your team, ready to help you make the decisions that are vital to your operation. From the seed, plant health, and marketing the grain, to fuel to keep you running, the feed to supplement your herds, and the financing programs to make it all possible. We're here for you. Give CHS Midwest Cooperative a call today and let us show you the value of the co-op. Local, loyal, and trusted for generations.
Service Master of Pierre. It's no secret we clean carpets professionally, but not many people know we clean furniture, kitchens, bathrooms, walls, floors, and windows. We also do fire and water restoration, plus construction cleanups. There's nothing we can't clean. Give Service Master a call at 224-9919. Service Master, the clean you expect, the service you deserve. Service Master, 224-9919.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
As we welcome you back here to Hyatt Stadium, Post State wins Game 1 of the best-of-3 series against Yankton 10-0 in 6 innings. John Winkler alongside Greg Dean, 10 runs on 10 hits for the Eights, 4 RBIs in the ballgame for Ben and Dean as he leads the team to the win here. A 2-run homer and a 2-run single. Got the game started with the first 2 runs, got the game over with the last 2 runs. A little different variety with a 2-run homer than a 2-run single, but he does pick up 4 RBIs, and the Eights get a 6-inning shutout from Jack Van Camp, who actually only allowed 1 hit because the first hit ended up not being considered a hit because he didn't touch first base. So a 1-hit shutout for Jack Van Camp. 3 errors in the ball game for Yankton. Time of the ball game was an hour and 34. A business win here for Post State in Game 1, Greg, as they're now 1 win away from clinching a spot in the state tournament in Brandon next week.
Yeah, and I think just exactly the kind of game that I think Brian White wanted. You hate to call 10-0 a workmanlike performance, but the Eights did a lot of things right. Just 1 hit allowed for Jack Van Camp. Go through his line on the day. 6 innings. He goes the complete game on 86 pitches. Just 1 hit allowed, no runs, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts. He hit a batter, 86 pitches, and 48 of them for strikes to the 24 batters he faced. But a very good outing from Jack Van Camp, and then just hits up and down the lineup for Post 8 today. 10 hits on the day, 10 runs on 10 hits, and as 7 of the 9 starters got hits for Post 8 today. So that's good news up and down the lineup, and we'll see if the Eights can carry this forward going into tomorrow. Tomorrow's first pitch at noon.
Yep, and 5 guys left on base for Post 8. 10 runs, 10 hits. That's basically as efficient as you can possibly be if you're Post State, and that's got to make Coach White very happy. Lana Badger, the assistant coach here in this first game for the region round, that's got to make a coaching staff very happy when you get 10 runs on 10 hits. That means you're hitting the ball well in scoring position. You're driving runs in, and Post State did exactly that here in Game 1 of the region round, and they have an opportunity to now close it out tomorrow at noon.
And that's the thing, and only having to use the 1 pitcher, that's a huge bonus for the Eights. They've got virtually the entire pitching staff available to go through. Hopefully they don't have to play a second game tomorrow, but Yankton's got some good arms left down in their bullpen. Likely, you and John and I were talking off air. Probably we'll see Drew Drew Reichen, who is their probable number one. He leads the team in innings pitched. He's third on the team in appearances. He leads the team in starts. 5-1 on the year with a 2.98 ERA and a 1.23 WHIP. So I would suspect that Reichen is the likely starter for Yankton post 17. 12. 18, 17,
12.
One of those double-digit
12,
numbers.
11, 10. No. Post 8, Post 8, they get a 10-0 win here in game number 1. Again, just one win away from clinching a spot. They're the second game to be done in the region round for game number 1 as they win at 10-0. Greg, you said you have scores to go through here before we wrap up this evening.
I do. In the bottom of the second, Sioux Falls East leads Aberdeen 6-1. Like we said, game completed earlier today. Sioux Falls West 10-run Sturgis 10-0. In the top of the fourth, the Renner Royals lead Mitchell 2-0. Harrisburg leads Brookings in the bottom of the fourth 6-2, and in the bottom of the fifth, Watertown leads Rapid City Post 320 4-2. Rapid City Post 22, Hard Hats, and Renner Post 307. That's an 8 o'clock start. They're 20 minutes away from first pitch.
I don't know if you said it or not, Sioux Falls West won their first game 10-0 over Sturgis. So those are two finals right now, two 10-0 wins for the number 3 and number 5 team in the Legion standings as they both teams will be looking for a Game 2 victory. Post 8 will have that game for you here tomorrow. Noon is the first pitch, 11:40 for pregame coverage, as the Eights will be looking to finish out here at Hyde Stadium and make their way to the state tournament next week Friday to Brandon next week Friday for the state tournament, as the bracket will be available tomorrow night, presumably tomorrow night after all the region rounds are completed, and we know all 8 teams that will be in the state tournament. Post 8 a win away from advancing to the state tournament, as they will be playing Yankton tomorrow at noon, as we'll wrap things up for us here this evening from Hyde Stadium. Thanks to Ray Lewis back at the station. Greg Dean to my right. John Winkler here on this on a beautiful Friday evening. Post 8, they win it once again. They win it 10-0 in 6 innings on a 10-run rule over Yankton, as we say so long from Hyde Stadium.
You've been listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Post 8 Baseball is brought to you by Evermore Boutique, Wagner Auto, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Service Master, Rising Hope Counseling, Todd's Electric, Pierre Sports Center, AirTech, Gales Gas, Avera, Bank West, B&B Equipment, Overhead Door Company, Gateway Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Farting Electric, Olson Plumbing, Agtegra, All Around Graphics, First Dakota National Bank, Comtech, Shane's Pharmacy, Black Hills Federal Credit Union, Midwest Cooperative, South Dakota Weed and Pest, Nystrom Electric, Dakota Sprinkler, Lamb Motor, Kathy Sunshine Properties, Sioux Nation, Kruger Contracting, Home Care Services, and Fisher Rounds. Join us all season long for Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports, Central South Dakota's